Hey, Asgard here, and I have a question for you guys. What annoys you the most about anime fans or anime fandoms as a whole? Every time you interact with a community and things like that, or somebody even from the outside interacts with it, or people from within fight each other, throw things at each other, or over a series, and when you just enjoy something, somebody shits on it, and so on, things like this, which I'm curious, which one annoys you the most, and what's your personal pet peeves, so to say. Some are gonna be to lower, higher degrees, various, depending on everybody and depending what the subject is. And this is what I want to talk about in this video. Some of the things that really annoy me in anime community, and I wish things would be a bit better, but yeah, that's me wishful thinking. And I'm gonna be honest, I have been guilty of some of this from here. I'm sure some of you also maybe you got passionate over something like that, and I'm curious, which one annoys you the most, or what's your personal one that really grinds your gear if somebody does it about a series or a discussion? And I'm gonna go through each of them, expand a bit. You're gonna have timestamps with everything, and we'll see how this one goes. So let's get into it and talk about the annoying things in anime fandoms. So let's start with an easy, obvious one. Taste matters, and it's very subjective and depends from each individual to another individual. And somebody might enjoy something, somebody else might not enjoy something. And I know, like I said, it's very obvious, but I have encountered situations where people don't really understand this. Like, for example, somebody enjoys a series, somebody really hates it because they didn't connect with it, it didn't resonate with them. But that somebody just proceeds instantly to say, I didn't like it, therefore it's bad. Doesn't really work like that. Like, sure, there are bad series, there are good series. Majority of the time you can understand that. But what I really don't like and it annoys me, somebody just saying, hey, I don't like it, therefore it's bad. No, just because you don't like something, that doesn't mean that thing is bad. That can work also vice versa. Sometimes people enjoy something really bad, but they consider it a work of art. And of course, there's a middle ground. I'm talking about the extremes. There's always an exception to the rule. I'm talking about in general thing. Like, people always equate their taste with objectiveness majority of the time, and you can really have a conversation with that, and somebody might value something differently than you. Personally, for me, let me put it this way, I love anime as a medium more than manga, so to say, but also animation can, we have seen it in so many series, can be the highlight of the series or the low point of a series, for example. Now, for me, I value characters, story, plot a lot more than animation. Like, I love animation also, don't get me wrong, I love Sakuga, just the best animation for every anime that I watch. But just because a series has weaker animation, in my eyes, doesn't automatically ruin it for me, because I value those things differently. Somebody else might have a different perspective, and that's totally valid. And this is where you clash. Like, people don't really understand this different perspective, different taste, different values for certain things, and this is why taste is subjective, of course, to a certain degree. That doesn't mean you can say you enjoy shit, you're not gonna tell other people, yes, this shit is gold, and let's be honest here, or vice versa. But yeah, this is a very simple one, very obvious one, but I have seen it quite a few times where people get into it over just difference in tastes and things they enjoy. And I'm gonna expand a bit more onto that with some series. But let me know, how much does taste and your enjoyment matter for you, and do you care that somebody doesn't like what you enjoy? And we're gonna touch upon that also. Now, this one kind of ties a bit into taste, and I think it ruins so many people's enjoyment of things, and also causes conflict, so to say. Like, you're going into an anime with certain expectations, notions, first impressions, so to say, depending how you look at things. You either saw a trailer, you read the synopsis, somebody told you about the series. Your expectations define a bit how you have your first impressions over certain anime, and that can ruin something for you. You go into a series expecting greatness. For let me say it for a recent example, like I feel it ruins so much enjoyment for people when they're going to something like Solo Leveling and they go in, everybody's hyping it, they're expecting Villain Saga. But no, the series is an actual power fantasy, and you go into a series like that, but it's not the best thing ever. We're sure, but it's a power fantasy doing power fantasy things. And then they proceed to say, but no, that's bad. Well, sure, you might not enjoy that. That's why it ties very much so into the taste things. Your expectations can kind of make or break how you enjoy a series. It molds your view over that series. And of course, criticizing something, aspects of it, and also like Fairy Tail, for example. It's a series based on power of friendship. If you go into that expecting, hey, this series is gonna do power of friendship, it makes sense, right? But then people go into it, they know it's power of friendship, and then they made the argument, the series is bad because it's power of friendship. And I'm like, so you're biting into a banana, then you're complaining later it's not an apple. Who's to blame here in this scenario, so to say? And this kind of grinds my gears quite a lot. I don't know why people just expectations and what the series is, and then they judge it for what it's not. That annoys me so much. Or for what it is, it leans into an aspect, they don't enjoy that aspect, and then therefore the series is absolute trash in their eyes. Hey, you don't enjoy it, that's perfectly fine. And don't get me wrong, having criticism, having issues with a series, that's more than fine, of course, and I love people criticizing things, especially the things they love. I have series, games, and whatever that I love, but I also admit the issues into them, criticize them, wanting them to be better, but criticize them the fundamental thing that a series is, or that thing is, kind of have issues with that, if you get my meaning. So expectations and your mood also, forgot to mention mood. Maybe today you're in the mood for, I don't know, a thriller, and then you proceed to watch a comedy and you don't laugh at all, and that's shit, the comedy. Yeah, sure, maybe it didn't do the get you out of that mood, but maybe that mood wouldn't have changed at all, regardless of what you were watching, because you wanted to watch something specifically. But yeah, this is a bit weird to word properly, but expectations and mood can matter for an anime. And if you go into a series with wrong expectations and mood, it does a disfavor to that series and to you also. Maybe you would have enjoyed it more, and maybe would have appreciated that a bit more. And hey, maybe you would have hated it more if it turned out to be bad. That can also happen. And this next one, I feel it's just an overused term, and saying mid means bad. And this kind of comes into scoring systems a bit, grading, however you want to call it. No, mid, for me at least, just means average, middle of the ground. And by the way, scoring, I see it, well, the education, everything here, and I know in America the scoring it's 70%, that's the mid, the average score, the way to pass, and having scores of 7 just means it's mid. No, for me at 7 is well above average, so it's 2 points above average. But back to the main point, saying that a series being mid automatically makes it bad. No, that just means an average series, whatever series. Now, should those series exist? I do think those series should exist, and maybe just a bit weaker series. I don't need, for me personally, I don't need every single thing that I consume to be a masterpiece 10 out of 10. Sometimes I can enjoy my trash content, my trash series, my simple series. I need just something to sit down and relax. I don't always need my brain to function at 100% to enjoy a series, be it from a thematic point, from an action point, for something. Some simple things are also really, really good to have, but that's not to say bad doesn't exist, because there are so many bad trash series. But it annoys me, and the way mid is used, like derogatively right now, just saying a series is mid because you don't like it, kind of ties back into my first point where taste matters. I think just the word mid has been way too overused and kind of lost all meaning, especially in anime conversation, and I don't think that's gonna change. It kind of ties back with content creators, and we're also gonna talk about that. And also, yeah, we'll see here. What do you think a series is mid, in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Now, unfortunately, this one yeah, it happens quite a lot. Rage baiting, just throwing shit out there that you don't believe in, you just want to have a reaction out of it, be it shitting on a series or comparing them, and I kind of want to tie that one back in with comparisons can ruin a lot of things, but it's mostly just to get an engagement, a reaction out of things, shitting on something else, hyping your own thing just to get people to talk about it and to correct you on the internet here. But it gets way too much to some points, and it devolves into something we're gonna talk a bit later on towards the end, some of the more serious subjects, harassments and things like that. But rage baiting, unfortunately, is never gonna go anywhere, so we've all fallen prey to it. Something just jumped at you and you had to type in. Sometimes we've done it also, let's be honest here. Maybe you said something a bit too passionately about a series, you shat on it, and I am guilty of that also, I'm gonna be honest here. But some people take it way too far, and that's all they do, just rage bait, rage bait, rage bait all over social media, all over the internet. And I don't know how that's enjoyable, but hey, it's never gonna go away, unfortunately. Rage baiting is here to stay, and not just in anime, which sucks. Now we come to one that annoys me quite a lot, probably one of my top things that annoy me in anime fandoms. People taking criticism as a personal attack over a series. Just me saying I don't like that series and actually being critical, not just shitting on it, saying it's bad for the sake of it, or I don't like it, therefore it's bad, like I said in my previous things. No, I don't like it because of this happened, I didn't even think it was okay. This one didn't resonate on me, I think this one was poorly done, and so on, expanding on my thoughts, then instantly, nah, you just don't get it, nah, you're just dumb, nah, you're too stupid to understand that, nah, you're wrong, okay, but tell me why I'm wrong, and then they proceed into insults, insulting the person instead of fighting the argument, taking that criticism as a personal attack. I don't know, maybe they identify with something like that. I'm also, sometimes I get emotional over people that don't like something that I enjoy, but then I try to ask, hey, why? What happened this? And maybe explain to that. And then you kind of, majority of the time with people that you can have a conversation with, you get to the conclusion, yeah, this might be a taste difference, I enjoy that things, maybe you didn't enjoy, and then who knows, maybe you even come to an agreement. Yeah, you could be right about that, I didn't think about it, seeing a different perspective, but this requires having an actual conversation and people debating or having the discussion in good faith, and instead of attacking the person, would be nice to focus on the argument here. And this devolves so much into maintaining the agenda and just going into trolling, into just yeah, it's insanity, this one. But just my piece of advice, if somebody doesn't like something that you like, that's perfectly fine. That doesn't take anything away from your enjoyment of that series. If they don't enjoy it, that's on them. Simple as that. Now we come to content creators. And yes, I'm one of them, very small but fat, so I guess I'm large. But what I'm trying to say with content creators, and another thing is people parroting what a content creator says. Like, somebody shits on a series, and this happened probably a lot in the past with Sword Art Online, with Bleach. We all know what happened with those, and kind of became a meme just to shit on the series just for the sake of it. Maybe that person misunderstood something, maybe they just didn't like that series specifically, and then from there the floodgates open, and somebody using that content creator to parrot their words, maybe even without consuming the media. Hey, I heard that guy said in a video, or I saw in a post, or I don't know, whatever, or on TikTok, or fuck, I hate TikTok so much with how they handle anime and anime conversation here. But anyway, back to main content creators just shitting on something, and then somebody else parroting that way too much annoys me quite a lot. And with SAO, it kind of became a meme to shit on the series, and I have it in my overhated the series. I talk about that one, and Bleach also there. Those series actually are good, and they got even better, especially with SAO in the later seasons, War of the Underworld, Alicization, and Bleach especially. I think a lot of people shat on Bleach here, but the anime what they're doing now, and even other series, these are the two examples that are kind of close to me, so to say, series I enjoy and I think they've been treated unfairly. But yeah, if you're gonna shit on something, at least consume the media or the thing that you don't like. Stop listening and make up your own mind about the things you consume. Now, reviews are great before you buy something, before you consume something, of course, but don't use that review as a fact. Reviews are not facts. Now, this one I kind of alluded to it a bit. One of the most annoying things, and happens way too much, is tribalism. Like, my series is better than your series, my series shits on your series, just crapping on other shows just to prove that your series is better. Now, why do you have to do that? Like, I get it. Comparing series can be good, but using comparison in this way is actually shitty behavior, in my opinion, and overhyping things to insane levels while downplaying something else. And this happens especially with new gen, and I hate that so much, just the new gen thing. And also it's the big three, like just shitting constantly. That's majority of the things I see, and it happens quite a lot. I admit it. Also, I have my issues with Naruto, if you guys seen my previous videos and so on, but some people just, and this one ties so much into rage baiting, and just, it's insane levels. And we're gonna talk to another subject when we get to the harassment part, unfortunately. But yes, tribalism is true with anything, and in the anime community kind of even goes into genres, and we're gonna get to that also. But just enjoy what you enjoy and let others enjoy whatever. It's fine to dislike something, it's fine to even hate a series, but that doesn't mean just going around and going after people because they enjoy that, and just shitting constantly while hyping your own thing that you enjoy. Just, oh yeah, my thing is better than your thing. No, you just enjoy that one thing better, and that's it. Now, this kind of ties into the tribalism thing, but it's a bit different. Double standards, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine. Now, I don't know if you guys think the same of me. If you've watched my videos, if you know me, you know I love isekai series, power fantasy series, things like that. But I don't enjoy romance, slice of life type series. I don't mind romance in series if it's not the main plot, or if slice of life scenes are there, if they're not the main focus. But when romance and slice of life is the entire genre, I tune out. But that doesn't mean that genre is bad, I just know it's not for me, not something that I enjoy. And both genres, isekai, romance, have their own exceptions, where some of the top series are great. But what I'm talking in general terms, why does isekai, the genre, or power fantasy or overpowered main character, get so much hate and being shat on? And why does romance, slice of life genre gets a pass, so to say, majority of the time when you compare to isekai? Like, there's so many romance series, slice of life series, but people just always, oh, another isekai, another trash isekai series. And I'm like, there, dude, why do people enjoy romance, slice of life so much? I know, difference in taste. But isekai and romance have probably as much, maybe isekais there's more. Isekai, I didn't took numbers to see which genre has more. They have shitty series also, and for me, just standing there, nothing happens, miscommunication, the MC is dense, they don't get anywhere in the majority of the series, there's no conclusion, and I'm like, but then people shit on isekais, he's way too overpowered, there's no stake there. Yes, but I'm going into that for that fact, and I understand that. Maybe that's the same way with isekai, with romance series. People know and they enjoy that sort of thing. But my main question is, why does isekai get so much more hate compared to romance and slice of life series? That's for me a double standard, and I don't get that. I don't know why. Because yes, I do enjoy isekai power fantasies a lot more than romance. So let me know in the comments below. And I'm sure it happens maybe to other genres, but this one is definitely my thing, my pet peeve that annoys me in anime communities, and ties even into expectations, in taste there, and yeah, I don't know. I know what I enjoy. I go for that thing, and that's why you're never gonna see me watching a romance series and then, since I don't enjoy genre, I'm gonna say no, that series is bad. But I go in with the wrong expectations, with the wrong mood, with the wrong first impressions. Instantly, I'm coming from a bad biases, watching something that I don't enjoy. That's like eating a piece of wood. I know I'm not gonna enjoy it, but then I'm gonna play the wood for being bad food. Kind of doesn't make sense for me, so that's why I'm saying double standards. Now we come to one that I'm sure majority of the people are gonna agree. Shippers. Shippers are so annoying, like, and some take it to extremes, like, god damn, like, it's fine, do whatever, ship characters, but this also ties into my next one, and I think I'm gonna combine these ones a bit. Shippers and headcanon. Probably the best / worst example for this is gonna be the My Hero Academia community. Holy shit, just the Bakugo and Deku things, just having them fuck each other and saying that when the series ended, no, they're supposed to be together, and just actually going after the author and people and using their own headcanon as fact. I'm like, okay, in your fan fiction, in your whatever, just memes and so on, do whatever you want, of course, but respect the canon. Don't use your own interpretations, your whatever you saw there, or you lie to yourself to see. And not just in My Hero Academia, I feel this is the biggest, easiest example to give right now, especially when the series ended. I saw so many insane things. Just shippers take it way too far, and even the Fujojis with the characters and some other series, I'm like, holy shit, shipping is insane. I'll never understand that. To that level, to that extreme level, it's just insanity. Shippers are probably one of the worst things that happen to anime, and I'm talking about the people that take it to extremes. Don't get me wrong, you can ship whatever you want, like I said, but and headcanon, not just with shipping, some people are stuck in their own headcanon and ignore the series itself, or they heard whatever random thing over the internet and that's stuck in their head and they're using that as fact, and maybe they haven't even read the series, or maybe they missed something, they misunderstood something, and instead of accepting that, correcting, even when you confront them, no, but this didn't happen, no, but this happened like this, here is the example. Nah, I saw it in a dream, I know the real one, and he didn't even watch the anime or whatever series. So yeah, these two just take it way too far and highly annoying, at least for me. Now we need to talk about leaks. And probably the best example to give here would be Jujutsu Kaisen. What happened there and the accounts, how much engagement and reactions they were getting, it was insane. But also causing problem for the enjoyment of the series for two reasons. I'm gonna keep the spoiler ones in the next part where I'm gonna talk a bit about more spoilers, but here let's focus on just the leaks. Leaks are bad also for the second reason, besides spoilers, being mistranslations, people pushing the agenda, insanity, overhyping, undermining something, and the leakers are so dumb by how that happened. Like, yes, we got chapters earlier, people couldn't wait, they were excited. Also ruins the business side of some of the manga series, especially the smaller ones. I remember when they wanted to leak Kagurabachi, and I'm so proud of what the Kagurabachi community said. Fuck you, we don't need you, get out of here, we don't want you to the Jujutsu Kaisen leakers. And they were so satisfying to see there. But then they also got it in their head that there's somebody way too important. Like, yeah, I'm somebody big, I have clout, I leak manga and anime. What? No. This happens in games also. Leakers get a head too big here, and actually ruins the enjoyment for people. Because like I said, mistranslations, misunderstandings, and they're running to that, getting into the headcanon things, and then when the real chapter comes out, it's gonna be all over the place. So yeah, leaks are very annoying. Now let's talk about spoilers, and this one kind of has two sides of the same coin for me, and there are two extremes. Like, you have people that just spoil things for others, they don't care, they don't give a fuck about spoiling, they talk about it, and even they talk between the lines, just wait until this thing happens, or, oh no, pretending to have a theory, but then they've read the source material and they leave a random comment, and then it turns out to be right. Sherlock Holmes, but no, they already had the answers because they knew, they read the book before the test even happened, if you get my meaning. So, ruining things for other people's sucks. And this is coming from somebody that doesn't mind spoilers because I'm weird. It's very hard for me to be on the other side, to control myself, not look at spoilers, read ahead. I know I'm fucked up in the head with that one, but I do try and not spoiler other people. I tag things, I talk to them, but not as much as other people, because I also have the other side that annoys me way too much, the other side of the coin. People that think every small detail, every sliver of something is a spoiler. Oh, you didn't word this perfectly. Oh, there's an image there, it ruins everything. Oh, you said a word here, that's a spoiler. Oh, you didn't tag this, that's a spoiler. Like, taking it to the extreme. Oh, I talked about 500 years ago, that ties into the history of this anime that we're watching right now. That's a spoiler, I'm sorry. Like, I get it, spoilers are annoying, I get it, but you're becoming way too obnoxious with it at some point. Like, step back a bit, like, enjoy. If you don't want spoilers, maybe consume the thing that you care about, maybe look into it, watch it. People also want to talk about something they consume, something they enjoy, especially in the place made for that. And I'm not talking about, like I said, the assholes that ruin everything everywhere, regardless of what you watch, consume, read, and so on. No, but you also can be really annoying if you take spoilers way too much on the other side, like making anything spoilers. And that's something that it's one of my biggest pet peeves in anime and in anywhere that it's tied to spoilers. Let me know on which side do you fall on. Like, I know the middle ground is perfect there, don't spoiler for others, and let people also discuss within reason, of course, and respect the rules. Let's talk about aura. Aura farming. He has aura, he doesn't have aura. Comparing aura of characters. He's missing a hair. He looks whatever. He has more aura. He has less aura. Or the funniest and dumbest thing I saw recently was when Solo Leveling, the episode with Jinwoo, the character showing emotion, crying. One of the best moments in the entire series. He lost all aura. People hated that episode. I'm like, ooh. That was so cringe. Or what happened also with the ending of Attack on Titan, shitting on Eren because he wasn't Lelouch, he lost all aura. I really do think people misunderstood the point of Eren's character and the ending of Attack on Titan, but anyway, I have a video on that if you guys want to check it out. But the aura thing is so funny, I enjoy it also, but people take it way too far, it becomes cringe and loses all appeal, honestly. I enjoy power fantasy, I enjoy overpowered main characters, but I also enjoy more, just more than that personally, and come on, aura. Let me know in the comments below when you found the aura farming thing being way too much. Even though it's funny, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's too much. This one is probably one of the biggest, most obvious, most annoying things, power scalers. And ties into tribalisms, overhyping other things, and just undermining things. Especially probably the Dragon Ball community, Naruto community, it happens all over the place. Now we have Jujutsu Kaisen community just putting Gojo everywhere, refusing to understand some key concepts about the things they accept. No, Infinity. Or shitting on other characters just for the sake of it, just agenda pushing, engagement, everything. Just power scalers are all over the place, and they start going into science over thing and one thing into the other, and just annoying. Like, I enjoy putting characters together, fighting them from other series and so on, but within reason. Like, comparing Dragon Ball universe to majority of the series, it's not fun for me. Like, yeah, of course, majority of the time Goku is gonna win. So what? I wanna see closer fights, for example. Like, for me, I would put Naruto versus Luffy, the biggest example. Those two are closer a bit. But then you add Ichigo or Goku. I'm like, no, that kind of breaks the universes there, of course. So I want equal, comparable characters when you go into fights like this. But power scales just take it way too far, way too annoying, way too obnoxious. Stop. Please stop. And it's just too much. Like, it can be fun, but people take it to extreme, and that's the people I have an issue with. Power scale can be really fun, but then they go into the obnoxious side of it with rage baiting and agendas and things like that I said. One of the most annoying things for me, because I enjoy anime more as a medium compared to manga. I do enjoy manga also, I read it, but I enjoy anime more. And then we come to the source reader. It's not like the manga. It's not like this. It's not like the book. It's not like the light novel. And I understand those. I'm for those when you have major changes, they fucked up the plot, they went anime original, of course. I absolutely hate that. I'm on your side. But when there's a frame difference, there's a slight scene change there just to adapting things for a different medium. Of course, you're gonna have to have changes, especially for still frames in a manga, and then anime needs to have movement. I know, insane. Anime has movement, and then comparing a frame that should be in movement to a still frame from the manga, and no, hair strand, it's not in the right place. Shit anime. I'm sorry, the adaptation sucks. I hate source readers so much, and it also ties into spoilers. Like I said, like, yes, it's not always gonna be perfect. I agree with you, the animation is not always gonna be perfect, but when you get into that obnoxious anal side, pedantic side, over analyzing things and not understanding their different mediums, you lost me completely as a source reader. I'm not on your side anymore, and just stop it. Stop being so annoying, always crying about it's not my frame, they took away the aura. Yes, it would be great if every series had 10 out of 10 animation. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. It is what it is. The anime not being one-to-one to the manga, it's not gonna ruin the manga. And this kind of ties a bit into the one with source material readers, hyper criticizing animation or putting animation over everything else. If it doesn't have 10 out of 10 animation, automatically shit. And like I said, I wish everything had perfect animation. I love when that happens, when you have a series with the perfect combo there, animation, great source material, story, characters, everything coming to blend, and you have the explosions of greatness. But that rarely happens. Majority of the time you get good, decent animation and sometimes bad animation. Now, for me, for example, like I said, I can tolerate when animation is not perfect or is not even good. To say I have, for example, Kingdom. I love Kingdom so much. Even season 1 with that bad CGI animation is 10 out of 10 for me. I enjoy voice acting, I enjoy the medium more. But I also accept the fact that the animation is not good. I could still enjoy that series. But then you have series where they have insane great animation, but they annoy me. Like, it drives me insane. Or I don't care about the characters. Like, right now, the most recent one kind of have Supercube. Great animation, movement, fights, everything, choreography, but the characters and the story, no, I'm sorry. If you want praise for animation, if I was doing my enjoyment just simply based on animation, I agree, 10 out of 10. But if you add everything together, I'm sorry, no. But then also hyper criticizing that, just focusing on it, only animation. And I get it. It should do animation good. I'm with you. I wish that was the case. It also happened with Record of Ragnarok. When it's a fighting anime, the animation should be good. We had that PowerPoint. We have the beginning after the end right now. So many series you can list example. What happened with the 7 Deadly Sins with the animation. I'm with you there. But overvaluing the animation way too much. If it doesn't have perfect Jujutsu Kaisen animation or whatever has the best animation ever in the world, it's a bad series. No, animation is important, but it shouldn't be the most important thing. And I get just read the manga. No, because when it comes to animation, you also have art style, the way it looks colored, voice acting, one of the most important things for me, at least in general. So yes, there's a combination there. Just animation, Sakuga, and being elitist about that annoys me. Now, this next one is the other side of the coin for animation. Talking about over animation. Almost didn't put it here, that's why I also have a different shirt. What the fuck is over animation? I can't believe what I'm seeing more and more of this. People are complaining because the animation is too good. What? What is wrong with, like, I'm seeing this a lot more with One Piece all over the place. People are complaining because it's over animated. Like, what do you want? Either it's not good enough animation, but now it's too good for you to enjoy it, and what? You're insecure because your series maybe cut some budget and time and work from this anime and put it into... I don't get the logic. It's like you're complaining the animation is too good, they're expanding on the source material, adding more scenes, frames to things, making it a bit better, especially for fights, when you're comparing, especially the annoying ones, like I said previously, when, oh, it's not like the manga, it's one frame different, this still frame in motion, but then when they're doing more as an adaptation should do enhance it, especially for a different medium, it's over animated. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you complaining because the animation is too good right now? Man, it just... I'm losing brain cells with this one. And speaking of elitism and being elitist, or hipster, or also gatekeeping, we have that going around quite a lot in the anime community, like shitting instantly, hey, you enjoy isekai, you enjoy that sort of thing, no, your taste is bad, or you haven't watched this obscure thing that you need 5000 PhD or overanalyze or overread, oh, you didn't like it also, your taste sucks, you're not good. You haven't watched these things, you're not an anime fan. You haven't consumed 5000 animes, you're not an anime fan. Or the hipster that only watch obscure things, or the elitist that has the series. If you don't like this series, you're not good. I hate elitism in anime so much. Yeah, it drives me insane. I don't think it's the worst things, but sometimes it can definitely be. And some anime fans are so annoying about this thing and saying that only their taste is good. Oh, I enjoyed this. Or like the film critics. Dude, you're just consuming something. Stop it. Please, let others enjoy whatever. It doesn't make you better than anybody else, regardless of what you watch, what you consume. Now, to expand a bit on gatekeeping, like I said, can be very annoying, especially with elitism. If you haven't watched 5,999 anime series, or you don't know this obscure thing, or you don't enjoy things the way that I do, or have my taste, or you disagree with me, you're not an anime fan, and so on, so on. Those are the annoying types of people, the gatekeepers that simply suck. Should be welcoming to new people, but that doesn't mean you should accept everything that somebody new says, or somebody that doesn't consume the medium, understands anime, or even watch a specific series and then start shitting on it. Of course, I'm not gonna consider you a fan if you didn't even bother to watch the series, but you're telling me you're a fan and you get it. I'm sorry, but no. Or then suddenly coming in and wanting to change their entire thing just to suit your values and ruining things for the people that already enjoy the anime or the medium itself, or that series specifically. So in some cases, in a certain perspective, yes, gatekeeping can be good, but that depends on how people actually gatekeep and who they gatekeep. But that matters quite a lot. So yeah. Now this one annoys me quite a lot, and I'm talking overall more attention span, but specifically watching anime at 2 times speed, 1.5, 3, whatever more speed than normal speed when you're watching the anime and consuming it. At that point, what are you doing? Why are you maximizing the efficiency of your free time, of your entertainment? If you don't have the time, if you're busy, if job, if IRL, if other things are distracting you, if something else is going on, why are you watching that anime? You're doing a disfavor towards the animation, the people that work on that, everybody involved there, towards enjoying that, towards understanding that, but also especially towards yourself, because you're ruining that experience. It's not like a manga chapter where you can read as fast, as slow, take your time with it, whatever you want to do, compared to an anime that was made to be at that speed, the frames, the animation. It ruins pretty much everything, the voice acting. Just what are you doing maximizing efficiency of entertainment? Either watch it or don't watch it. In the end, it's up to you. I don't care. Watch it at 10 times speed. I'm still gonna consider you dumb if you do this. Watching things at 2 times speed, there's no excuse for it. This is not a YouTube tutorial video when you're looking for something specific where you need to fix a problem. You're watching this for entertainment, for enjoyment, to get something out of it. If you're trying to maximize that, you've lost the plot completely. And not just watching at 2 times speed, speaking of attention span, when there's just not always a fight on screen, not something happening, like, or the pacing is a bit slow to build up towards something. This reminded me a bit of Vinland Saga, especially with season 2, when we had that amazing Farmland Saga and people were complaining, oh Barry, he's not fighting right now. When it's like I'm scratching my head, well, you miss the entire point of a story like that ever since the beginning with Thorfinn's father, what he said, what it means to be a true hero, a true warrior. And then when we got season 2 building on each other so well, oh, but my fighting, oh, but he doesn't have enough aura right now, he's not bringing back the aura farming. I'm like, attention span is, yeah, a problem, and TikTok brains and shorts, and just, hey, consume whatever, however you want it, but just, and then you're complaining it's not good enough, but you're missing the point of the entire show or something like that. Don't get me wrong, some shows have bad pacing. Some of my all-time favorite, One Piece, I wish the pacing was better, but I'm not talking about pacing issues. When your attention span is the problem, just take a look at yourself also. Another one that kind of ties a bit into elitism, dub versus sub, just the debate, the constant back and forth. It has been better for a few years now. Dubs have been more prevalent, people enjoy them. Personally, I do prefer sub a lot more. I have some exceptions where I prefer the dub. Sometimes the dub is actually great, I like some voices work better and so on, it depends, but majority I prefer sub. Honestly, don't care if you watch dub, sub, bub, whatever you want to do, enjoy it. Just let other people enjoy whatever they enjoy. But I do kind of want to understand, I do want to have conversations with people. Maybe why do you enjoy that? Is it just because of the language? You don't like subtitle? Just talking about it can be fine, can be good, but just let people enjoy in whatever they want to consume the medium. I don't know, just let them. Simple as that. And just the elitisms, especially on the side of the sub enjoyers, watchers, just takes way too far, and they start shitting on the series or shitting on the people that enjoy into dub, which, no, you just suck as a person if you do that. But also on the other side, dub just become way too defensive over any criticism of a dub series, and I've seen that quite a lot. And unfortunately, I can kind of get it also from this perspective, because they have been quite hounded for quite a lot of the time, but sometimes the dubs do suck, like they actually suck. Probably the most recent example was the solo leveling, what they did with that fight there with Kalgargan, the J Balvin. I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? Which is sad, because the main character, Jinwoo, voiced by Alex Lee, was amazing, and how much work and effort he put into Jinwoo, and a lot of the other cast did a great job. And there are series just simply suck in dub, and sometimes they also work better in dub, so it depends. In the end, just let people enjoy the anime, the series, the movie in whatever form they want. It's simple as that. Now we come to something that a lot of people don't think they can do. You don't always have to self-insert in a series. Like, some series are meant to be consumed as an outside observer. That main character is flawed. All of the characters maybe suck. The world is shit. You don't always have to self-insert into a series, into a characters. you can enjoy them for what they are, for what maybe they're not, but it doesn't always have to be about you and self-inserting into something for you to be able to enjoy it. And it ties back to the first ones that I talk about it, but it annoys me so much, and it happens mainly with ReZero or Mushoku Tensei. People can't differentiate between this and not having to self-insert and say, oh, that character is bad, I can self-insert, or maybe you view too much yourself into one of those characters and you're not able to enjoy something like that. But self-inserting into series can be great, but it doesn't always have to be the case for you to enjoy something. And maybe if you can't do that aspect, maybe that series is simply not for you, and that's totally fine. But remember, you don't always have to self-insert. And the self-insert thing also ties into my next one, people not being able to separate fiction from reality, which just drives me insane. Just because I consume a controversial series doesn't mean I agree and condone everything that happens into that series. But this mainly happens with series that are ecchi and sexy about things like that. But when you have a series being about murderers, there's no issue. Like, murder is fine, but boobs, no. And starting throwing so many heavy words at people for enjoying something, and instantly, oh, you're that thing because you enjoyed that series. No, relax a bit. Fiction, reality, two very, very different things. And I know fiction can connect with you emotionally. You cry over stories, you love it, some you hate them, but that doesn't mean you're gonna start becoming Frieza and start killing people or whatever. And or you have a series there where a character does something bad, you like that character, you agree with what he did. Like, if you do that, I think you have other issues. But I'm talking about the people not being able to separate fiction from reality, and it annoys me so much. And then they start throwing so many words and accusations, those words lose meaning for serious situations. This next one also ties a bit into the fiction and reality thing, with outside people kind of thinking all anime is either all porn or all cartoons for kids. With yes, there is some truth to that. There are anime for kids, and there are also anime for adults, and also porn with hentai, if you want to think. But just blanket generalizing an entire medium just to say it's that, it's like saying all movies are porn or all movies are just for kids and so on. No, unfortunately, anime, manga, and things like that have a wide spectrum. It's everything for everyone, but this happens, unfortunately, and slowly it has been going away, thankfully, because anime has been growing quite a lot. It has been more popular, more enjoyed all over the place, and I'm glad to see that. But unfortunately, there are still some people just view anime through that lens, and yeah, it can be definitely annoying, and it's hard to explain to them, because it's hard to have people that are just stuck into one view of things to change their mind, even when you show them in their face, no, and yeah, that's annoying. And that ties into censorship, so to say. And I'm against censorship. I don't care. You have adults, you have kids, of course. You shouldn't have your kids watching something meant for adults. If it bothers you, if you're not okay with something triggers you, I don't know, you had a trauma, you had something, or it's just simply not for you, just stop consuming that thing. It's that simple. You don't have to enjoy it, you don't have to agree with it. Let others consume it, let others watch it, whatever. It doesn't affect you at all. I'm against censorship. I don't care. If it bothers you, it's simply not for you. You shouldn't watch it, you shouldn't comment on it. It's that simple. Now, also on the other side, you shouldn't be forced to watch it. You shouldn't be called, oh, you're too weak, you're too much of a whatever. If you can't enjoy that, you can't appreciate art. No, some people are sensitive to some things, some aren't, and so on. It's based on the individual, but you shouldn't impose your views, your values on others. So censorship is annoying, but also people that force their views on others are annoying. And then we come to another big one, harassment. And I'm not talking about harassment as in, hey, he shot on my anime, therefore he harassed me. No, that doesn't mean harassment. Somebody disagreed with you, or maybe he was a troll, or maybe he was rage baiting. That's not harassment. I'm talking about people that take it way too far, start throwing death threats, start doxing people, start going after animators for perceived issues or for issues with the animation, or going after the authors. That happen also with the shippers and so on. Just people that are also very sick in the head, or maybe way too young to understand what they're doing, and just things way too far over a disagreement, over a difference of taste. And authorities should be involved for those people. They should get the help they need, and they're fucked up. I'm sorry. If you're doing things like that, you're a moron. You're an absolute moron if you harass people over you not liking an anime, over an anime going in a direction you didn't like, over an anime that didn't have whatever godlike animation, reasons like that. There's no reason, there's no excuse, there's nothing that justifies harassing somebody, doxing somebody, threatening somebody, telling somebody to kill themselves. If you do any sort of that, no matter how right you are in the argument, maybe you're right, the anime was bad, that doesn't give you the excuse to go that far over anything. I don't care what happened. Zero excuse for being such a fucking moron, harassing people and telling them whatever stupid fucked up shit to do. Seek help if you're one of those people. I don't want you anywhere near in the community, anywhere. You lost the plot. And this always happens with so many things, bringing real world politics into anime, and I'm just tired. Like, the most recent biggest example has to be the freelance thing with demons just all over the place and going into left, right, Nazi, and whatever other words and terms and stupid shit just throwing around. Because demons can't be evil, we gotta protect them. And just, have you watched the actual story? And so many videos and criticisms and reviewers and analysis and just rage baiting and all over the place. I'm tired of it. I'm just losing brain cells over things like that. Just real world politics and just conflating something with another just drives me insane. Just stop it, please. That's so annoying. The world already sucks enough. So many issues, bigger, smaller. Why do I need to have these conversations over demons in freelance when they're demons, they're evil, they pretend to be human? What more do you need? Not every race, everything needs to be saved, misunderstood. Also, fuck the Devil May Cry adaptation. So yeah, that was probably way too much rambling. And maybe there are some things that I missed. Maybe some are just for me. But yeah, I'm really curious which one annoys you the most, which one I should have talked about, which one maybe you disagree with. Let me know in the comments below. Give me some of them, expand on your thoughts. I would actually love to see more comments with this. And I'm curious, what do you guys think about something like this? And what drives you the most insane? It would be hard for me to choose because it depends on so many things, on my mood or what we're talking about and so on. But yeah, of course, if you're talking about the serious things, people taking it way too far, that of course is probably the worst thing that somebody can do regardless of their community. But when you're talking more about pet peeves and disagreements and things like that, that's one I want to focus a bit more with this video, besides just the serious things, which majority of the people are gonna agree with that. If you don't agree with that, I'm sorry for you, you have other issues. So yeah, but as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on anime and everything in between. So keep enjoying. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.